Welcome, everybody, to the Mullins Over Music podcast. It is episode 98 with my friend Katie of Queen Anne. This is such a fun one. I mean, we have some great glass shattering moments that I think you'll enjoy on this episode. So go ahead and check it out. Welcome, everybody, to the Mullins Over Music podcast. I am your finally not sick host, Austin Mullins. At least until the robots take over or, some other weird AI alien conglomerate abomination takes over. But until then, I'm your host. And don't forget it. I am here with a special guest. I'm going to let her introduce herself to you so you guys can put a name to a voice. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Katie Silverman. I'm half of Queen Anne.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So, we always start the podcast off with two very important questions. I'd argue they're the most important questions. The first one, you know how when you were in school growing up and you'd get into a new class and they'd ask one of two questions. Give me a fun fact about yourself when you stand up, or they'd ask you how your summer was, which really doesn't apply here because not to date the podcast recording, but it's May. We're not in August or September yet, so I can't ask you that question. So let me hear a fun fact about yourself.
So this is going to make me sound nuts, and I probably need a new fun fact for that reason. But my go-to is that I eat the whole fortune cookie.
Okay, I mean,
Like I eat the paper because there's a story
okay,
behind it. When I was I know. When I was at like summer camp, I was maybe 12 or 13, and the
okay.
camp counselor, we lived like Chinese food night. I don't know, and she was like, "Oh, if you like want the fortune to come true, you need to eat the paper." And like in retrospect, she was messing with us. Like that was not
Oh,
intended
absolutely.
to be good advice. I was super gullible, but it was like some super specific thing. It was like you will meet a lifelong friend or something. And like I did like the next day. And it was like, oh my God, like this is the secret. And so now I don't eat all fortunes. I eat the good ones, like the ones that feel really like specific and like measurable. And I've had insane results. Like I ate a love is around the next corner, and I met a boyfriend, like a long-term boyfriend, the next day. So it's not that I like necessarily recommend this as a lifestyle choice, but it is something that I do.
You know what? I might start doing it now because it's pretty crazy that both, you have results.
Yeah, like it's evidence backed in terms of my own life. So
Hey, you know what? I respect it. And thank you for giving context because, it makes you look less crazy now, in case you were wondering.
I'm glad. That's always what I'm going for, is to look a little less crazy.
Well, that is a very fun fact. But, of course, our second question is a fun question, our fun question, if you will. And this one is, what is a trend you swore you'd never hop on, but you eventually did?
So this maybe isn't a trend. This might just be a normal behavior. But
Okay, okay.
for a long time, I would see people drinking like green smoothies, like on purpose. And I
Yeah.
would think like that could never be me. Like you can feel all superior with like whatever vegetable you're drinking right now and good for you, but like I value my happiness. And then one day
You're
I like
happy.
by accident ordered a smoothie that like didn't have a green name, but it was in fact green, but it was like called something normal. And I like was horrified and I like took a sip. And again, this is like maybe a PSA to those who haven't figured this out yet, but it tastes the same. Like they put just as much sugar in it and it's just as bad for you. It's just green. It doesn't taste like vegetables. So now I get green smoothies all the time because like I get to be part of that group of people who's walking around with their green smoothie, making a healthy choice, drinking vegetables and thinking like people don't know that this has
Vegetables with sugar.
this has just as much sugar and like this doesn't taste like vegetables at all. So that's my guilty bandwagon moment.
Okay. I respect it because, a lot of people go, yeah, green smoothies are gross. Some of them are good,
Oh yeah, if as long
but
as it's
some
still
of them
bad
are
for you,
awful.
like it's gonna take yeah, you got to be careful because some places really do take it seriously, or they put in like whey protein or something, and then it's like, oh, like this does taste healthy.
They
But you
put
can, if you can
wheatgrass.
avoid it, yeah.
I'm gonna put real grass next.
Oh,
Wheatgrass is pretty close to real grass, and people do eat that. Or
yeah. I find that I tried a wheatgrass shot once. I think it was peer pressure. Because I'm from LA, so you run
yeah,
into
you
these
have
things.
to. It's a rite of
Yeah,
passage.
and everyone's like, shot, 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 and you got your wheatgrass, and it's like, gosh, am I really gonna do this? And then it's gross.
Yeah, you know, grass is for the animals.
Yeah.
I'll stick to the other green stuff.
Hmm.
Well, let's move on to some fun music questions. The reason everyone is here today to listen.
Hmm.
And I like to start off with different ones depending on how I'm feeling today. But I've already told you this question, kind of. It's a two-parter. So, what is your favorite song you've written and why? And what is your least favorite song you've written and why? Because I know you've got a fun backstory for that one.
Um, okay, so we've only written or released.
Um, I'd prefer released,
Yeah.
but
No, I can do two release. It's just we've only
okay.
released 5 songs. So it's like
Yeah.
at this point, if I like really hated a song we'd released, it'd be like, wow, that happened fast. So
Yeah.
favorite of the songs we've released, like genuinely, and this is gonna sound like I'm just doing press, but we just had a song come out, I think it was 3 days ago, it was Friday.
Yeah.
Baby Girl Likes to Lie.
Which is
And
a
that
good
was
song.
like, yeah, that's my favorite song that we've written. Like we were sitting working on some other song that we were like, this is like this is the song, like this is
Yeah.
awesome. And we were like taking a break, and Sandy, who's my collaborator, was just like strumming on his guitar, and he just plays like the coolest melody. And I literally just started singing the song and like making up like random words that don't mean anything. Like I like strawberry ice cream or some stupid line, and like then um and we just like sang through the song, and it was like, oh my God, like this is awesome. And it was so organic, and it was like we had like 20 minutes because two people were coming over to like hang out and her to like shoot content or something. So we were just like, let's just like record this and get this done. And like it just kind of like came into existence. So that was awesome. And that's the most fun to perform too, is that song. Like when I'm performing that song, I feel like I'm getting away with something. Like it's just so cool. And then
Yeah.
again, like we've released only 5 songs. So
Yeah.
I love them all. But I will say like our first song, Real Enough, was the first song Sandy and I ever wrote together.
Yeah.
And so even though it was the first song we released, and so it has like a very special place in my heart because of that, I think it's almost like this isn't like a negative thing necessarily, but like when I listen to it now, I hear so many things where it's like, oh, like this was literally the first song we wrote together. I was sitting on like the couch in his room, and I was like, he was like, oh, I made this track, like you should like just write to it. And that was not a thing I had done before, and I was like scared out of my mind, like I'm gonna forget English and like not be able to write any lyrics, and like this is gonna be super embarrassing. So I was just like writing down whatever. And so now when I listen to that song, it's like, oh, like now that I know what Sandy can do, and now that he knows what I can do, like I can hear the things we would have done differently. But like it's still like when I hear that song, it still is like very much a fond memory of
Yeah,
like,
you enjoy the song, but out of the ones, if you had a tier list, it would be at the bottom.
yeah, for sure. If I was doing like a tier list of our release songs, Real Enough would probably be the one that was like, which is I think like appropriate because it's like the very first one we put out. And so it's like, yeah, you're not gonna have it
I
figured
mean,
out. You
you're
still don't
only
have it
going
figured out.
up from there.
Right, exactly. That's the goal.
As long as there's no song that goes underneath it, I'd say you're doing pretty good. You're
Thanks.
slowly, your newest song should be your best song for you
Right. I
anyway.
totally agree. And then until you like get to a point where you can release like really bad songs just to mess with people and see if they'll pretend it's good. Like
Yeah.
that's like a whole different level. So we're not there yet. So we do want to keep
Like
getting.
writing Polly by Nirvana, which unironically is my favorite Nirvana song.
And that's valid. And that is valid.
Or the Beatles' I Am the Walrus.
Except I don't even know if that's like, I feel like that's just like we no longer need to make sense to anybody else. Like that's a
Yeah,
level. Yeah.
that is my favorite song by the Beatles, and nobody can take that away from me. It's mine. I
Valid
refuse
again.
to let anybody say it's their favorite. Well, let's move on to some more fun music questions. So I'm gonna set the stage for you.
Hmm.
So think of this as your sort of superhero musical origin story. I want you to frame it for me like that. You know, you can embellish it a little if you want, just to make it fun. But this is your origin story of how you came to where you are now. Because I gotta say, you are kind of popping off.
Well, thank you. I don't know about that, but okay. So it's a super villain origin story.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
so bear with me. It's also Sandy's decided to grace us with his presence, so he just came into the room, which is why I'm distracted. So
Hi.
What's up?
This is
Hi.
my collaborator.
Welcome to the podcast.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sandy.
I'm
Sorry, I'm like
Austin.
sitting on the floor. I did not make it convenient for you to,
No, no problem.
because I'm in the studio right now. I don't know if that's there, but okay. Supervillain origin story is like I was, gosh, I was 13 years old
Okay.
and fell in love, and I dated this guy for like 27 days. We kissed 4 times, and then
Scandal.
Jeff Carpinello, if you're watching or listening, and he after 27 days, this was seventh grade. He had my two best friends break up with me for him, which is seventh grade etiquette.
Yep, that sounds
And
about right.
yeah, they told me on his behalf that I was boring and annoying, and something broke in me. Yeah, I was like, so I went home and I literally like, and I've been taking like classical piano lessons, but I had never been like trying to write songs or even thinking about that. So I literally went home and I started writing, songs about this guy. And I wrote a few songs about the seventh grade breakup. Like I probably wrote 20 to 30 songs about my seventh grade breakup. And it was just
Almost as
like,
many days.
yeah, literally. I definitely spent more collective time writing songs about this like quote unquote relationship than I did like actually like seeing him. We went on like maybe 4 dates. Like it
Yeah.
was like, we like held hands at school once and then it like caused a lot of drama. So but that for me was like I eventually like did get over that breakup, but I kept writing songs and that just became kind of like how I metabolized things and how I um expressed myself as a cliche. Like, but that's what it was for me. And so even as and like nowhere on my like list of um jobs, like I had like a career book of like careers and there was no like, oh, like rock stars, like I'll pursue that. So that wasn't really a thought. It was just like, I would go home after school and I would like verbally say out loud, like, oh, I want to be, psychologist or whatever. But then what I would actually sit and do is spend like 4 hours like playing and writing songs and practicing. So um I also grew up in like a clown house. Like my parents, like my sister texted me the other day. Oh shoot. Sorry, Sandy. Broken glass. That'll be fine.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
But
Adds
I grew up in
character.
yeah,
Don't move. You're good.
yeah, it is broken glass everywhere. That's fine. But like my
Just a normal day at the
um
office.
yeah, my like little sister texted me the other day and she was really upset because she was like sick and she was like, I need like a straw to drink through because like my nose is so clogged. It's kind of a non sequitur, but she was like, I need a straw. And like all we own are silly straws. And I was like, that's so typical. So my parents were like very like encouraging of me being in the arts and all that. And so I started just like, like thinking about writing songs is like, oh, like could that be a job? Like, nah, probably not. But when I met Sandy, that kind of changed because it was like we got into this vibe and there was no intention of like, oh, like we're gonna start a band and we're gonna do this. It was like, let's just like try a couple songs and like see how this feels. And it felt really cool. And we, I think, have very different sensibilities musically, and that ended up being, I think, kind of the key to because what I was doing before I met Sandy was this very like folksy kind of singer-songwriter acoustic thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And that collaboration was really where I think Queen Anne became like cool, if that's like if
Yeah.
that makes sense. It was like
No, it
it
makes
added something huge. It was like a missing piece. So yeah. It's like sweeping. I'm so sorry.
I like it. That was a good supervillain story. So now
Mhm.
you're going to take over the world with your music.
That's the plan.
There you go. One song at a time, you will take over the tri-state area.
Wahaha. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good. I like that one. It- it's different.
Certainly, yeah. I'll still think that, yeah.
Most of the time, I get a superhero origin story, but this
Well,
this
there's got
one
to be a villain because
is.
otherwise you've got only superheroes that
You
Superboy
have
has
a
to make
very
any
fair
difference.
point.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect it.
Thank you.
So let's talk about some writing process. Let's talk about the new song
Oh,
because
yeah.
as of the time of recording, it just came out. So
Mhm.
I want to hear about it. Tell me everything about it right now.
Okay, so like I said before, Baby Girl really started as like we were taking a break um from this other song that we were like really excited about. And Sandy like just started playing these chords. And I'm literally just like saying whatever lyrics. Like
Yeah,
it's like not
of course.
even logical and like
I
just
love a
singing to it.
strawberry ice cream thing.
Yeah, literally. It was just like, oh, these like syllables fit this melody. That was it. um And so we kind of did that. And yeah, like I said before, people were coming over. So we were like kind of in a hurry. So it was just like, let's just record what we have. So I just like recorded um the song as it was. And the thing that did take longer was the chorus. Like we had a couple of different iterations of what the chorus was gonna be. Because the original chorus was kind of the same vibe as the verse. It was this very like, and the whole song originally was very like acoustic, kind of like folksy, whimsical vibe.
Yeah.
And then we were sort of like, what if what if it wasn't that and it was instead like super dark? Because that's kind of what we always end up doing. And
Yeah,
so
of course.
um yeah, and so the chorus as it is now kind of came out of that. Um and I think I was just really interested in creating this kind of like very seemingly innocent character and putting her in this very like dangerous situation. And I really love ambiguity. Like I think in the art that I consume, like that's always something that I find the most fascinating is like how many ways can I read this line? And like there's like my favorite thing is like, when I'm like listening to like a Leonard Cohen song and you're listening to the first verse and it's like, oh, this is like about a breakup or whatever. And then you listen to the second verse, like, nope, this is about Jesus, or like the other way around.
Yeah.
And so um yeah, I really wanted to play with that and see like um how long you can like set up a double meaning for before people are like, oh wait, maybe it's this like other thing. So that was kind of where my head was at lyrically with that. And the production was like Sandy just, I don't even know how he does it, but like whatever he heard when we were like just like strumming around, like messing with that song, he like came right back with like this like insane track. And it was like, this is like the coolest thing we've ever done. And I was just super excited about that. And we actually had a show like the next day. And it was like brand spanking new. And we were not planning on playing it for that reason. And then we were like, no, we have to. Like, this is our coolest song. Like, we've got to do this. We only had it was like a showcase, and we only got to sing like two songs. And we were like, no, we have to do this one. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Now, is the other song that you were working on, has it come out yet?
That song has not come out. So that song is like a work in progress.
Okay.
Which is kind of like how Sandy and I work, is it's like we'll start one thing and we'll be like really locked in on it, and then we'll like have some other idea and then we'll chase that. And then normally the other idea ends up being like the thing. So
Yeah.
we have a couple abandoned things that we might come back to or we might not. I think like the feeling is like, oh, like we can always just like write a better song. So we're not super precious about, I mean, we'll go back and Watch Me Win It was like it was what it was. It was static for like a year before we released it. And then we went in and we were like, let's just completely change the chorus and add a bridge. And then we were like, oh, cool. So it's all very much in flux.
Okay. Okay. I respect that. Now, this is a new question. I've been thinking about it for a while, so you're the first person for me to test this question on.
Oh wow.
Have you guys had any odd or funny or interesting demo names
Oh gosh.
because
Demo.
I have some interesting ones. And I've talked to people before, and I go, "You have a weird demo name, don't you?" And they're like, "Yeah, here's this demo I've been working on." I'm like, "What is this name?" They're like, "I don't even ask. I don't know."
I've definitely had them in my own life, my own personal life. I don't know. Sandy, have we had a weird demo name? Like a weird working title or something?
We don't really do demos.
Yeah.
Like working titles.
Yeah, because I normally like we don't think about like I have some voice memos on my phone and they're probably called like Sandy's address. Like I
Yeah.
we're like not good about like saving things while we're working on them. It kind of tends to happen that like we just do something all at once, then we come up with a name for the song.
Yeah.
So um
So most of the names tend to stick.
there definitely are like I have weird instincts for names. So there are definitely things that I want to call things that then get shot down. Like baby girl had a lot of like other names. Like I really wanted like mama called the sheriff, but like we didn't do that. And I'm glad we didn't do that in retrospect. We
Not gonna
also
lie, I'm glad you didn't do it either because
yeah, that
I
was like
like it, but it's very country coded.
right, exactly. And it was like we don't need to go more into like I feel like that's like clear already. And then what else were we gonna call it? We were thinking about there was another one that was in retrospect just horrible. It was
What my mama don't know.
yeah, well like Mama Don't Know or something. It was like absolutely not. Strawberry
All of
ice
these are
cream was just
very
like that's
country coded.
yeah, exactly. Well, the song is too. I actually have been like
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean,
every review has been like very much like this is like a very Western saloon kind of like, and I think it's partly like the album art that we did. And I'm not like mad at that vibe. Like I'm
no,
cool with
no.
it, but I think I like didn't I like underestimated how much that was gonna come across. So my
Yeah.
friend texted me when the song first came out. He was like, "This is great. Like this is so Tex-Mex," and I'm like, "I think that's a food. Like I don't think that's a genre."
It
But
is now.
yeah, but
Tex-Mex
now it
is a
is.
food genre.
Mm-hmm. So
Just like barbecue is now a genre as well.
is that true?
No, that
Okay. I would
I'm
listen to that. That sounds delicious, but yeah.
we're making it a thing right now. Go
Mhm.
listen to the genre of barbecue.
It's genre of the summer. That's
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
up and
There
coming.
we go. I'm gonna write a song called I don't know barbecue.
You know what? There is a genre, and it's literally just the baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Like that's the genre.
That is its own genre. You are
Genre
right.
defining. So yeah.
Okay. That's the song of the summer, Baby Back Ribs from Chili's. Go
Uh-huh.
listen to it right now. Well, I guess when this comes, I'll tell you later. Okay. So, this is one of my favorite newer questions. You're getting all the fun new ones.
hmm
Um, I want five influences, but three of them are musical, two of them are not.
Oh, actually, this is gonna sound weird. The like not musical influences are kind of easier for me because it's like I think musical influences, it's very much always this like I want to like emulate this person, but I want to emulate not like sounding like them, but like this like idea that they
Aspect.
have or this like concept, and it's like kind of nebulous versus like non-musical influences, like I'll just steal from. So I'll do the musical ones first. I can only have three.
Yes, only three. Well, three is loose. The number is loose. You can have a
Roughly
little
three.
more.
Okay. If I can have three, I'm gonna say Blondie.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna say Elliott
You know what?
Smith.
I get those. I get the Blondie vibes from you for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, that's like probably the most like linear, like oh, like people can probably like hear that. Elliott Smith. And then let me get one more.
I see it. It's right there on the tip of your tongue.
Ooh, Velvet Underground. I feel like
Ooh,
that's everyone.
that's a
That's
good.
like saying the Beatles. I feel like that's like, but yeah, but like that is. And then non-musical is so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I knew you'd appreciate that question.
Okay. So one is the it's maybe too obscure, but like Dorothy Parker was this like poet, and I don't even know what the term was. She was just like professionally funny. Not
Yeah.
a comedian though. She would just like make witty remarks. And she was at like the Algonquin Round Table. She was like writing in the early 20th century. And she just has the most like sarcastic little poems that are like very
Oh yeah,
dry.
I know exactly who she is. I know this poem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where like you probably haven't heard of her, but then you like look it up and it's like she's got all these like fantastic quotes. And for me, like that like kind of sense of humor and like fun is like the thing that I'm trying to bring to music. So her for sure. And then another non-musical influence is
Yeah, one more.
more.
I mean, you
At
can have more if you want them, but at least one.
least one.
I know Sandy's got a couple.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. He just left actually. Um, he comes and goes as he pleases. Um, one other non-musical influence.
Come on, I know you got one. It's sitting
Yeah,
right there.
so this I'll just do another poet. It's gonna sound like I like love poetry. I'm like not that big on poetry, but I took like 6 years of Latin in high school, which in retrospect was not a good choice.
Don't
Um,
worry, I did too.
oh no way. Okay, so you'll get what I'm coming from on this, or maybe you
Yeah,
won't. I like fell in love with Catullus when I was in
I know who that is. Yeah,
Latin 4. Yeah, who was just like super angsty like 2000 years ago.
yeah,
And that survived. And the like I like he like in my view like invented like confessional art. Like his poetry is like I can't believe you published this. Sometimes it's like so personal, and I can't believe I'm reading it 2000 years from now, or from yeah 2000 years from like when you wrote it, and that almost feels like the what he's writing about is like so personal and specific to his life that it almost feels like intrusive that I'm reading it now, if that makes sense. And like
yeah,
but he's very very clever, and the way that he works within Latin poetry has like a lot of constraints that English poetry does. Like it's very much like a or that English poetry doesn't. It's like a puzzle in a
yeah,
lot of ways. And so the fact that he's like really kind of crushing all these formal constraints while he's also like saying these things that are really personal, like I'm kind of like that's what I want to do with
yeah.
songs, is write a song that you know is doing all these things like formally that's interesting, and then the content is either like working with that or his intention with that, and like that's part of the story is like how I'm following or breaking the rules. And like for me Catullus is like what made me start thinking about that.
Yeah. Did you read in high school um the Ars Armatoria by Ovid?
um I don't think we actually read it, but I
We had
was
to
like aware of
translate
it.
it.
We read like passages I think in English.
Yeah, the basically the whole idea is how to pick up women at the Colosseum.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most ridiculous. Like, you know, for some reason, the Romans just got really ridiculous a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I remember reading it. I remember us having to translate it for an assignment.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the most ridiculous, like poems of
Mm-hmm.
Roman literature that always stuck with me because it was just absolutely ridiculous.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's funny because it's like you're reading like a manual for like pickup artists like
Yeah.
2000 years ago, and it's like, okay, people didn't change. I think that's what I loved about Latin. But then I forgot everything, so you
Yeah.
know.
I I can read medicines better now. That
Yeah,
helps.
that's
That's about it.
uh-huh.
I can roughly read something if I kind of remember some of the words.
I like still know by rote the first chapter of like Ecce Romani. I don't know if you all read Ecce Romani. This is maybe too niche. This was like
Maybe.
the like Latin primer series we had. It was very camp. Miss those
We
days.
had a really old book.
Mm.
I mean, the thing was like, I don't know. We had like six of them that were about this thick.
Oh, oh my gosh.
And
Yeah, no,
so
ours had like pictures. Ours was toned down.
ours had a few pictures, but it
Mhm.
was definitely more text oriented. Or
Mhm.
we'd like, or he'd come up with some one that he found in some old text, and he was like, "We're gonna translate this one." I was like, "Oh." You
Wait,
remember the
yeah.
tenses, right? There were like
Oh yeah.
four tense, the past, present, future perfect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, perfect, imperfect, future perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. The
Yeah.
Latin, yeah, there was I loved Latin, but I can see why it died.
Yeah. Too many options.
Yeah.
And not everything was like some objects, like physical objects, like I don't know, a pencil would have like a feminine word for it. But
Right.
then maybe a pen would have an it'd be an it, or the
Right. Yeah.
or I don't know, a marker of some kind would be a he, and you're like, how do you determine what the gender of this is?
In that way, Latin was very progressive, I think, because it
Oh
was
yeah.
like, yeah,
If the pencil wants to be a she instead of an it can be
yeah.
whatever.
If an item wants to be fourth, no, fourth, gosh, fourth declension,
Yep,
then
for
no.
declensions. Yep,
Hmm.
just the most ridiculous. Yeah,
Hmm.
it deserved its death. Sorry, Latin.
Yeah, sorry, Latin teachers. I did love Latin. I'm very pro Latin. My high school just cut its Latin program, and I like sobbed. I think it's like very
Oh,
beneficial
that's so sad.
for people to learn. But yeah.
They they would never cut it at the high school I went to because the high school teacher that teaches it is also the football coach.
That's so funny to me.
It's kind of protected.
Mhm.
He's like, "Oh, you're gonna cut my Latin?" No, I don't
Yeah.
think so. He's the only Latin teacher too, so
Mm,
they can't cut him because they'll cut the football team.
right. That's so funny to tie the status of Latin to the football team. I love
Oh yeah,
that.
one of my favorite teachers for sure.
Hmm.
I don't know.
My Latin teacher was too. Shout out Mr. Minden if you're watching or listening.
I don't remember his name.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
His influence lives on.
To be fair, it's hard enough for me to remember my own name sometimes. So
I totally get that.
okay. Well, I like this question a lot. This is an oldie but a goodie. So don't think of this when I say the term guilty pleasures of music. Don't think of it as stuff you're embarrassed to tell people you listen to, unless you are. In that case, I do want to hear it because that's hilarious and great content. But think of it as stuff people would not expect you at all to listen to.
So I listen to a lot of things, I'm going to be honest, that I'm embarrassed to listen to. I like a lot of things.
Oh, that's perfect.
So I'll go from like maybe like least embarrassing to like most. So
Okay.
um I I like had an emo phase, which
Okay.
we all did. I still love all that music. Like
Oh,
if
I
I
skipped over
hear,
it.
oh really? Well,
I
okay.
went to
Well, I
deathcore.
didn't. So I had an emo phase and I had it late. I had it in like middle school. I feel like a lot of people were like doing like fifth or sixth grade, and I was like seventh or eighth. Um, but anything like, and I still maintain, actually, I'm not embarrassed of this. No, like I think as far as like songwriting, like early Panic at the Disco is like a huge inspiration for me.
Early
And
Panic
like,
at the Disco is great.
yeah, like that's like great music. And I think, you know, it's probably not something people like expect to see popping up on my playlist. It's like some like, you know,
I
random,
mean,
like, I
I'm
don't know.
not okay as a banger.
Oh my God, I'm not okay. It's a great song. Am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah, you can say
Okay, it's a fucking great song. Like MCR has just
like
banger after
MCR
banger.
and
Fall
Panic
Out
at the
Boy,
Disco.
banger after banger.
Thanks for
Um,
the memories,
yes. Ann Arbor, All Time
House of
Low.
Memories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anything with memories and anything where memories is spelled like with very few letters. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm there for it. So yeah, I just have like a lot of still like pop punk on my playlist that I listen to. And then I would say the most embarrassing. So
Oh, okay.
in I might get canceled for this. I don't know. In middle school or like or this was maybe like late elementary school,
Okay.
I thought Filthy Frank was hilarious. Um,
Controversial but hilarious, absolutely.
yeah, controversial but hilarious. And I was like 11, which was like the target audience probably.
Yeah.
And so, but like I recently like heard like some old like Pink Guy tracks, like the Filthy Frank like music arm that I hadn't heard in a long time, and not the like really like ones that are just like obscene for like the sake of being obscene or just like straight up like comedy music,
Yeah.
but some songs that are a little more like where you can kind of hear like this guy's super talented and like the Joji thing is like actually not going to come out of left field because like this is a sick beat.
Yeah.
And so um I would say like if you were to go down my like recent like Spotify, you'd be like that would be the thing that would maybe jump out as the most like what are we doing? But no, like Joji's obviously like super talented and
Yeah.
has always been is kind of like my stance is that like, you know.
He's going on tour soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, June 16th, 2026 is his first show. 39 shows across North America, Europe, Australia, and Asia.
very exciting.
Thanks, Wikipedia. Okay. Any other interesting ones to note? Are you secretly a Swiftie? Be honest.
Um, I like
You're like,
I
not really.
I have a lot of respect for like Taylor Swift and I like enjoy her music. I've never like gotten super
Hype.
into it. I'm
Yeah.
also kind of just late to things, so I might be like I'll probably be a Swiftie like after everyone else has already moved on and be like, wait a minute, guys, like this Taylor Swift chick, like she was great. And everyone's gonna be like, where were you? Um, yeah, but I don't know.
You're
I
about
I
10
feel
years
like
behind.
my guilty pleasures are more like things that I liked when I was 11, where I'm still like, wait, this was awesome, and like 11-year-old me was right, versus maybe like I think right now that I'm sentient, I like have a little more choice over over the music I listen to.
Of course. Um, to comment on the emo thing, I skipped and went straight to like deathcore.
But no,
Really,
that's sick. Yeah,
I
you
went to really heavy stuff, and then only within like the past 5 years have I gone back around to like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool.
mm-hmm.
I'm like, I still don't. I'm not a fan of mainstream pop punk,
Uh-huh.
but I do respect some of the people in it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's again like it's very nostalgic for me. And but there's a yeah, it's there's a lot of really great, I think, songwriting and like
Oh yeah.
artistry in those songs that it's maybe overlooked.
Like this sounds controversial. I like Haley Williams solo stuff way more than I like her Paramore stuff.
That is controversial. That I think is a hot take. I do like Haley Williams solo stuff a lot, but like the Paramore stuff again for me is just like so nostalgic and
It's
like
because when I started listening to it, I'm like, I don't really understand.
hmm.
But I do really like the drumming in all of Paramore.
Yeah, the drumming is sick. The
Every drummer they've
melodies
had
are
has been
super creative.
fantastic.
I think they started on Paramore really like experimenting. Um so yeah.
It's not pop punk anymore. It's not just pop punk anymore either.
Right, exactly. They're like there's like gospel influence. It was just like it's like Paramore is
Yeah.
super cool stuff.
You got that newest record. This is why. Is that the
Hmm.
newest record, or is that like not the newest one anymore?
I could not tell you.
I see. This tells you how much out of the loop I am,
Mm.
despite them having 33 million monthly listeners. Yeah. Uh, it says that the most recent track they did was 2024.
Huh.
Paramore needs to get on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haley, what are you doing? Okay. So I've got some fun, I call them semi-rapid fire questions. So that's because we people like to talk. It is what it is. So I
Mhm.
just let it happen. So, semi-rapid fire questions. You can keep them as short or as long as you want,
Mhm.
as the nature of semi-rapid fire
Uh-huh.
is. So this first one, what is something you're still learning about yourself as an artist?
Everything. 100%. Like again, like I said, we have 5 songs out. And so I
They're all
think,
great.
well, thank you. But like every song we write, there's like something that's like, oh, like I didn't know that Queen Anne was this, so that like this was part of our message or this was part of our vibe, or like I didn't know my voice was could sound like this, or like that this is what I was going for. Like I'm 21 years old, and like for me sometimes I'll be like doing something, I'll be like this is super cool, like my voice here sounds so unique and I can't put my finger on it, and then I realize I'm doing a fake Irish accent, and then I'm like okay, that's probably not what we want to be doing. So it's like I'm totally still learning. Yeah, everything. I think the thing that is still the most like open to me is like, what is a Queen Anne song? You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I
of
think,
course.
yeah, like every song we write, it's kind of cool because it feels like we're like both expanding that and narrowing it down at the same time, because we're not trying to release two songs yet until we're building out an album, which will hopefully be in the works soon. But what we don't want to do is like release two songs that are redundant, where it's like, oh, these like say the same thing about the project, because we want to be constantly like expanding the universe of like
Yeah.
what we're able to do. And so I think exactly like what the through line is between all of them, it's like when you like add more and more points to a graph and you start to like see the shape come
Yeah.
out. So I think
You're
we're still
building the plot points to your book.
right, 100%. Yeah, it's like a color by numbers, and we're like doing it out of order. So we don't
Yeah.
know what the picture is going to be, but we know, but there's something there.
I never
So
do those in order anyways.
I don't actually know that this shows how much I do color by numbers. I'm not really sure that
I've
there's
done
a
them maybe twice.
I think when I was a kid, it was like very much a kids menu staple.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that was probably that and the maze were the
Yep.
kids menu activities, but I haven't done one
The
probably since.
word search.
Yeah, word search was fun. I enjoyed finding words that weren't supposed to be there.
Yep, absolutely. Those are bonus. You get extra points for those.
Oh, yeah, or like strands, you get like a hint. I love
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the next one is I do really like this one. I don't use this question all that much. Or
Mhm.
maybe I do, and I just don't remember. What is a music trend that is going on that you just can't understand for the life of you? You just don't understand why it's a music trend.
This is maybe the most like basic one that people say, but like for me, the like AI generated songs, and this is less a trend in like the music people listen to and like more just a trend in like people creating music. And I think what makes me sad about that is not feeling like, oh, like it's coming for my job as a musician, because I do think music's like a form of communication. And so I don't know what kind of audience there is for music that doesn't have a communicator on the other end.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's more that like for me, the argument of like, oh, like people who couldn't have created music otherwise, like now can, because like you don't need the skills or whatever. And I just don't think that's true. I think anyone can and should like feel empowered to create music just with whatever they have. Like just like sing a cappella. Like, okay, you're like out of tune. Like so was Bob Dylan. Like, or grab a kazoo,
Yeah.
or just like, start playing some like stupid like beat with your hands on like a couch or something. And like
Yeah.
that's where
Make it work.
creativity, yeah, make it work. And like that's where creativity comes from. And like that's where everybody starts. So everybody starts out not, and a lot of people never even do really like learn like music theory or like whatever else. Like it's not like we needed something that was gonna like make it so anyone could make music. Like we were sitting around campfires, like singing songs and like making things up before anyone thought of instruments. So I do for that reason kind of wish that people would that this desire to like instantly produce this like perfect like polished song, like I think that
Quit being
frustrates me
lazy.
because that's not what music's supposed to be about. Like it's not supposed to sound, I think a lot of people like, I miss the days when like a record was not polished, and and records didn't sound that different from live recordings. Like I
Yeah.
think that's what I hope we move back to.
Oh, 100%. Hey, to sum it up, just quit being lazy. Put in the effort.
It's not even like clip it. It's like music is like supposed to be fun. It's like you have the
Yeah.
opportunity to have fun. It's like going to the playground and like photoshopping yourself on the monkey bars. Like that, like that time you could
Yeah.
have done the monkey bars and like fallen, and like that's the point.
I don't have fun typing in something. I don't like typing in general.
Right, like it's you're gonna give yourself carpal tunnel.
Exactly.
You're skipping the fun part.
The fun part is the creation.
Yeah, exactly. And the struggling and the like,
It may
wow,
not
this
be
sucks for like
perfect,
the
but it
first
is yours.
90% of the process. Like, yeah, like that's what yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree. Okay. I like that answer. Good one. Just to say my answer because I've said it every time.
Mhm.
I don't understand 8-track cassettes. We need to quit trying to bring that back. That's dumb.
I didn't know people were doing that.
Ghost did it.
Mm.
And then I saw a couple other bands try it. I'm like, quit that. No.
I want to see phonographs come back. For me, like if somebody
You
can
want the cylinder?
yeah, just for a phonograph with like a big old like I think that's what music needs to go back to. Is like modern physical music. There it just the machines aren't big enough.
one
So
one record's gonna be on like 20 of those cylinders. Like, what?
mhm.
Let's start listening to the record. Okay.
Right, it's like you bring back the work. It used to take people press a button now, listen to music. It's like, no, you gotta like crank something. Like that's
You
what it's
know what?
about.
You're right. Whatever
Mhm.
happened, let's take it back further. What happened to like etching it yourself on the wall
Yeah,
and having to
100%.
read it and think about it in your head?
What happened to town squires? That was a job that's now
It's gone.
it's gone. That job has been taken. And people used to walk around, or maybe this is just in musicals. Maybe this wasn't a real job. But in my mind, people used to walk around with like a lute. And that was how you got your news from the guy with the
Well,
lute.
have you seen Gilmore Girls?
Yeah, of course.
They have the guy, the town, what's his name? Or what's his job? It's a town, it's like a town.
It's like a town crier. Yeah, he like goes around and, like tells people, yeah.
Town music player. Tell me. Instead I got Pocket Bard and touchtunes.com.
Oh, the
Those are
troubadour, town troubadour. Yes.
Troubadour, that's what it is.
Yes. Yeah, bring
Bring
back
back the
troubadours.
troubadour. I wholeheartedly agree. We're starting a campaign. Hashtag bring back the troubadour.
But not the venue. The venue's awesome too, but like specifically
Yeah.
the job.
Yeah, the job, not the venue. Okay. So, what is something you hope people feel when they hear your music live?
Oh, that's such a good question.
It's a deep one too.
Yeah. Because like it's
I
almost
mean,
so hard for
besides they
yeah.
like the music. I mean,
Right.
that's
Besides, like, yeah, I think like, oh, this is a good song. It's like there's something for me when I'm like, so okay, it's actually not about me. Because when I'm at a concert and I'm like seeing a band that I love, it's sometimes like, oh, cool, like they sound better in person. Or like, oh, they don't sound as good, but it's like cool because they're live. And sometimes it's like, oh wait, that's awesome. Like people are throwing dildos on stage. Like that was an all-time low concert I went to. And it was like, oh,
that
like this is
sounds about right for all time low.
yeah. But it's like the concert's almost like not about the person playing. It's about like however many other people are like standing around me, singing along, having like the time of their lives at the same time as I am, like in this place. And so I think when I'm playing live, like the dream for me is that people kind of don't care like what is going on the stage because it's like, the dream is like they know the songs and they're standing in between two people who also know the songs. And that it's like the joy.
Like a communal experience.
Yeah, exactly. Like the collective effervescence of the experience of being at the concert. And like my job on stage is to just like be a part of that energy and be like experiencing the music with like everybody else. And it's like such an insane like privilege and like a crazy thing that like it's my music, but also like I'm at a concert to have fun. The same reason everybody else is
Yeah.
there. And like I just happen to be like singing. Like I think that's the dream.
Okay, I like it. Great use of the word effervescent. Nobody
I,
uses that word anymore.
yeah, I'm bringing it back.
You know what? That's the second hashtag. Bring back effervescent.
Hashtag effervescence. Yes.
I love it. Okay. Now, let's bring it a little closer to you. And
Mm.
what keeps you grounded when things feel overwhelming? You as a person.
Me as a person, honestly, music. Like again,
What a boring answer. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I know. Well, it's like a
You're
cliche, but it's like
absolutely
that's
right.
well, that's why I'm doing this because if it was like I don't know, like if the answer was like veterinary school, I'd do that. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
absolutely. No, you're
I
you're 100% right.
and it's not always like, oh, I'm gonna like go sit down, I'm gonna write music. It's like, I am also like I took a lot of like classical piano lessons as a kid. And so sometimes it's like, you know, um, I think I read this somewhere that like when you're like in your like lizard brain or whatever, and like your
Yeah.
emotions are like really turbulent and you're like not thinking clearly, that like playing an instrument can like bring you back into like rational thinking. And so sometimes I'll just go and I'll like play like some like piece on piano that like I haven't thought about in years and like read the sheet music and like force myself to like think in that way. And like that for me is the thing that like that keeps me grounded and that keeps me calm. And the other thing is Ben and Jerry's like ice cream.
Ooh, yeah.
So that is also helpful when I'm overwhelmed.
Speaking of sheet music, that's exactly what I have next to me.
What is that?
I have no clue what this is, to be honest. Well, I thought I had it right side up.
That is so
Oh,
bad.
this is 1,000 Years by Christina Perry.
Oh, fine. Mhm.
It's one of the many thousands of papers I have sitting right next to me in my little studio area. I also have When the Saints Go Marching In.
Oh my God. That was one of the first things I played on piano when I was like 6. That's
This
so
is
fun.
like the easy version too. So,
Yeah. I'm sure, which is also what I played when I was 6. I'm sure it was
yeah.
like the like middle C position where you have both your thumbs on the.
Yep, that's exactly what this is.
Yep. Okay, I probably played that
The
exactly.
C five
That would
finger
have got my.
scale. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got a children's book over here that I don't ever use, but it
Hmm.
sits over here because you never know when you might need to teach somebody a basic concept about music.
Hmm.
Okay, so I like this one. Um, but I feel like I already know the answer to it. What
Oh,
song
interesting.
from your discography should a new listener listen to first?
Ooh, I feel like okay. Now this is gonna be controversial because this is a cover, but I think Let's Dance, and maybe that's not what you thought I was gonna say.
No, it is not. Actually, I'm very glad you said something other than your newest song.
Yeah. Oh wait, you should. I'm supposed to be pubbing the newest song. Never mind. Listen to the new song. But if you're not gonna listen to the new song first, I would say our cover of Let's Dance because for me, like the fact that it's a cover is like it lets you identify exactly what we're doing because like you know what the original is, and so just like the space between the original and the cover is like this is what we're adding basically,
Yeah.
and like this is what we bring, and so well, I think that's the closest thing we have to a like through line or like a reference point. And I think a lot of people um that I'm like aware of who do listen to us or like people who regularly like review our music and stuff like that did become aware of us through Let's Dance. So I would say that's the like that's the intro, the place to start.
Yeah. Or the new song. Go listen to the new
Or the
song.
new, yeah, everyone listen to the new song for sure. That's also the best place to listen to
Oh,
that. Like, yeah, right. Immediate. Just there's like 5 songs. It takes like 15 minutes. Just
yeah.
like listen to the songs. Like,
Listen to
yeah.
all five at the exact same time. No, I'm just
Yes,
kidding.
get multiple speakers. It's like making two navigation systems
Like a
argue with each
sound
other in
bath.
the car. Yeah.
Yeah. I told or like you get Google and Siri to conversate with each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, the Queen Anne sound bath experience is coming soon,
I love
2027.
it. I love it. Now, this question and the next question are that they kind of relate to each other. The
Hmm.
first one is what is if you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be?
Oh, is this like realistic or like alive or dead?
So, I would like to think we do like a live. That way
Alive.
we
Yeah.
put it out into existence and it could happen unless they do die, and then in that case, then it can't happen. But you can do a live or dead if you really wanted to.
No, I'll do a living artist.
I
That's
mean, I
fine.
know this is one of your dream collaborations. I know being on the
Oh,
podcast,
yeah. So
but
then I was like, check. So now it's
yeah,
like, who's
you've already done that one. We need a different one.
okay? This is like a very of the moment answer, but there's this like garage punk, I think is the genre. They're called sprints. It's like sprints in all caps.
Yeah.
And my close friend Jack, shout out Jack if you're listening, recently like turned me on to them. And I've just been listening to them like on loop, on repeat. And they're like so freaking cool. And so I think, and also like very much like a like different enough from like what I'm doing, and that it's like more punk and like probably cooler, but also like I like to think kind of a similar lane. And so I would just love to do a song with a band like them, and also like shout them out because they're awesome, and I've been listening to them like
Yeah, absolutely.
all the time.
Well, that is a great choice. Now, this next question kind of relates in that we're thinking about other musicians.
Mhm.
What is a song that you wish you had written?
Oh, that is so good. That is such a good
I
question.
always do In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. It's iconic. It's a
Mhm.
great song. And it also has a decent paycheck behind it.
Fair enough. Yeah. Song that I wish I had written.
Yeah, just your name is
So,
on that song now. What is it?
um,
Uh, so, if you're thinking like,
oh my gosh. I think Dreams by the Cranberries.
ooh, that, ooh, I can see why you had to think about that because that is a really good song. I never would
Yeah.
have thought about it either.
Because for me, it's like when I'm thinking of a song I wish I'd written, I think there's also like an expressive aspect to that too for me of
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
what thing do I think like, I don't know, is it's like I can imagine that that's like somewhere floating in my subconscious. And like if the Cranberries hadn't gotten to that first, like I wouldn't have been able to express it, but like they did say that. And so I can
Yeah,
like feel those feelings that the song makes me feel.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, I think that's a big part. It's also just like a gorgeous song, but I wouldn't have wanted to sing it myself because I couldn't have done it justice. So I would have then given it to the Cranberries to like
Yeah,
perform,
of
but I
course.
would have written it.
This is a song that you wrote and then gave to them, and then
Right,
you get the
exactly.
credit and the
That's
money.
actually just what happened. That's just the
Yeah,
history behind the song, is what
yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
There's some time travel stuff involved. We don't worry about
You know,
this.
yeah.
That
There's a whole for those listening that we did I did tell the secrets of time travel, but it got cut out of the podcast.
yeah.
So yeah,
It was right there. You just missed it. Sorry.
yeah, yeah, distracted. Oops.
We can't let those secrets come out.
Mhm.
So I like this one because sometimes you get some really interesting answers. Do you have any
Mm.
pre-show or post-show rituals?
Yeah, so normally before the show, I like shake a lot and I tell anyone who will listen that I'm about to throw up. And then after the show,
Respect.
I don't know. After the show, I feel like when I'm on stage, like all the synapses in my brain fire at once. And so afterwards, have you seen Fantastic Mr. Fox by any chance?
Yeah,
So
that's
like
a
you know Kyle's
fantastic.
eyes will kind of like go into spirals.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's me after the show. So like I'm not really capable of ritual. People are always like, "You good?" And I'm like,
You're like, I'm
um,
here.
yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of a different person when I'm the Queen Anne persona or whatever once I like walk on stage. And so it's like that person, I don't know where she is the rest of the time or like what rituals she's up to, but I'm not a party to those.
Fair enough. Okay. So, moving on to a very fun segment. I don't do this all the time, so that's
Mm.
fun. I call this the Dream Festival.
Ooh.
So I'm going to walk you through the different parts. So I'll ask you a question, and we're going to essentially build your dream festival from the ground up. There's
Mhm.
only a few rules. First rule is Queen Anne's playing. So
Okay.
that's the first rule. The second one is if the person is dead, they can come and play the show, but you have to give me some interesting way they came back to life because just saying, oh, yeah, they're back alive for the show. That's
Okay, yeah.
boring. You
Yeah,
got to
no,
make things interesting.
uh-huh.
So I'm going to start off with one of the most important questions. Where's it going to be?
Ooh, okay, Dream Festival. I didn't realize I got a like venue choice.
Oh yeah, you got a whole. It can be anywhere you want. We have a very broad section that we got to get through.
Um, hold on, I'm gonna be like stuck right off the bat. Okay. So random. My like my like childhood. I'm like from the valley, and I'm like very much a
Yeah.
valley girl through and through. So we're gonna take Castle Park mini golf in Sherman Oaks, California,
Okay.
which is like a castle and stuff. It's like, well, that's like in the name. It's like mini golf. It's like there's nothing special there, but it's like I have so many fond memories, and I feel like it could be Karate Kid was from there. Okay, there you go. That's what happened there. So we're gonna deck it out, and we're gonna do the festival there.
Okay. I love it. Now, the next question is, what is the accommodations going to be like? Are you going to we're gonna stay in a hotel? We're gonna be like 5-star living it up at the presidential suite? Are we gonna be bumming it out on the streets with the hobos?
It's like my accommodations, or like this
Yeah,
is for the
this is the
festival.
accommodations for you and the artists.
Oh, for me. How long is the festival?
Um, indeterminate.
Because Castle Park has an arcade, so I'm thinking like I could just leave in the arcade and like do the arcade games.
This is
And so
true.
that's probably where I'm gonna. So and there's like food and stuff too. Like I'm assuming they're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they sell like pizza, which is and like pretzels.
They'll
So
put a
I
bed in there for you.
yeah, I'm like good to. I don't need a bed. I can just do the arcade games. So I'm
Okay.
like
Yeah.
I'm set there.
Okay, I'll take it. Now, this is perhaps the most important question, and no, it's not the artist. What is the catering going to be?
Oh, like I said, like we're doing the we're
Doing the
doing the full
arcade
Castle Park.
food?
Like I never actually had a birthday at Castle Park, but I think they do have like they'll do like pizza and stuff.
Okay.
So this is I swear I'm not sponsored. Like this is just a childhood fantasy I didn't know I had. It's like, yeah, we're sticking with that.
Okay, I like it. It kind of makes me hungry now. So I might
Yeah.
have to get pizza after this. Well, now it's time for the second most important question, and that is the artists.
Mhm.
What give me a few like headliner worthy artists, so somewhere in the middle that aren't as big as the headliners, and then some smaller bands that you've played with before or you like that you want to shout out and put in your festival. Oh, you know what? I did forget one question. What time are you guys going to be playing? Queen Anne's got to fill in a time slot.
Oh yeah, Queen Anne's gotta do.
What are we
Ooh.
doing? We're gonna open the day at like noon. You're gonna be like the headliner. You're gonna be somewhere in the middle. You can play at like 8 p.m., 3:47 p.m. I don't know. You
So
give me
like this is
that
like
specific or non-specific if you
it's like
want.
super random. I'm on like an improv comedy group, and we recently did a 24-hour show. Like we did 24 hours of like continuous
That's interesting.
improv,
Yeah.
and like the 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. is so electric. And so I don't know if people are like tired at that point in the lineup, but I think what I would do is like that same kind of like 24-hour format. So it'd be like 8 p.m. to 8 p.m., like 24 hours of music, which is
Yeah.
why we don't need their accommodations besides the arcade. And so I would want Queen Anne like right in the middle, like 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. or like something kind of in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. And then for the artist, well, now I feel like I'm gonna like take all these artists who I like idolize. I'm gonna be like, and they're gonna play at Castle Park in Sherman Oaks. So I do feel like I've kind
They
of
have
tarnished
to.
some
It's
legacies
the
here.
rule. They want to be.
Um, well, like, okay, we're like playing Let's Dance and we're doing a Bowie cover. And David Bowie, if you told me like one artist who had passed away came back to life and it was like David Bowie, I'd be like, okay, like that checks out. Like I do believe that.
Yeah.
So him coming to Castle Park feels so wrong to me. But we're
It's
gonna invite him.
perfect.
And I don't even like yeah, he came back to life. Like I just believe that. Like the spiders from Mars came and like revived him. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want him. Yeah, I'll just hire him. That's fine. And then
You have an unlimited budget, so you're fine.
I have an unlimited budget.
This is a
Um,
dream festival. I don't have to put any actual money into this, so do whatever you
yeah,
want.
that's great. I think very much like a live and like opposite extreme of like somebody that I've played with who is awesome is like my close friend and like the folk singer Stella Prince. I've like played with her when she was doing her like hotel cafe residency and like she's just a close friend and super cool. I'm like also very hard to picture at Castle Park mini golf, but we're gonna put her there too.
No, it's
And she's gonna do
perfect.
like her folk thing. And then let's like do like something somewhere in
You say it's
between.
weird, but I think this all makes sense to me.
Right, like we're here doing it. You know who I can picture at Castle Park and who I've seen live more than any other band, which is maybe also like an unexpected thing, is Mayday Parade, which is like they're like
Yeah,
originally,
they would fit perfectly there.
yeah, like I can picture them at Castle Park. And again, I've seen them live like 5 times. So like they're for sure at my dream festival as well.
Great people.
Yeah, they're just like so cool. And they're like one of my favorite bands. So yeah, that would be like my three. We've got like 24 slots to pick up, but I won't like put you through all this. So that would be my kind of like like dead and an icon, and then like close friend, and then like in between would be
Yeah.
those three.
Okay. Give me some middle bands. We got to fill this out a little more.
Oh, we got a couple more. Um,
Yeah, give me some, smaller bands. Give me some medium-sized bands.
smaller
Not
band.
because they're small because they suck, but small because they're smaller.
Oh, because they're like under. Well, I feel like now I have to like prove that like I listen to sufficiently like underground music.
No,
Um,
I mean like
oh,
smaller,
I'm
like
gonna say this is like I guess a smaller. They're not that small. Like New Dad, my again same friend Jack recently turned me on to. I would totally have them. They're like super cool and kind of like angsty
yeah,
um vibe, and then maybe like
the MCR.
yeah, MCR. Well, that's like huge. They're like iconic, and I can also picture them at Castle Park. Like they would fit
Oh
in.
yeah,
So,
I feel like they would play the golf, the mini golf at the same
oh,
time.
that's the other thing is everyone has to play. So if you want to go to the next act, it's like going
You
to the
have
next
to play
hole.
the
So you
putt.
have to like finish the hole to like go to the next band. That's like the whole premise of the festival. I can't believe I skipped over that.
I love this. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
This
I'm
needs
like
to
really bad
happen,
at
bro.
mini golf. So I'm actually just setting myself up for failure. But
You're playing. It's okay.
yeah. I'm with the band.
There you go. See?
Hmm.
Okay. I like this festival. What are we gonna call it?
Ooh.
I don't usually ask that, but I feel like you'd come up with a good name.
Hold on. I'm trying to think if I know like any golf terms.
Um,
Um,
Queen's Castle.
Oh wait, yeah, I didn't even think about it. It's like Queen Anne, like Castle Park.
yeah.
That's actually like so perfect. I mean, see, this is like coming to fruition. I feel like this is doable, actually. I could probably, I don't, I wonder how much you can do birthday parties there. So this is not that crazy of an idea.
I mean, you can't do
Um,
Bowie, but you can get
yeah,
Bowie
that's the
impersonator.
hardest. That's the hardest part to make happen. Like, I don't know if there's something with like Ace. Is that like a hole in one?
I don't know.
Like Ace Fest? I don't know. I would need to look at like a
You
golf
do like Birdie Fest or I don't
birdie
know,
fest. Yeah,
Bogey
but definitely yeah,
Fest.
birdie fest. I feel like par is a little bit. You want to do better than par. So like yeah, birdie fest, something like that.
The Putt Putt Fest.
So what I'm feeling. I think I don't know what to that.
That one's probably not great. That's not going to
Mhm.
go on the list of names.
Mhm.
Okay, I like this festival. It's got a great concept.
Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you.
it's fairly doable. You get a Bowie impersonator,
Oh
an
yeah,
M
like tribute band. I didn't even think about that. That's
yeah,
yeah.
an
That's
MCR cover band, and you got it.
okay. Well, MCR is alive, so I don't know. You're just assuming they don't want to come to Birdie Fest. I feel like
I mean, I think they will if you give them enough money.
yeah, we gotta raise some funds.
Gerard Way is not cheap.
I can imagine. Yeah.
I mean, their tickets aren't terrible.
No, if you can like get in line on time.
Yeah, but I hear that they're fairly expensive for a festival.
Yeah, I would believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't run a festival, but
Oh yeah,
these are
so
just things
expensive.
I've heard.
Hmm.
Well, I only have a few final questions for you, and the first one is plug yourself. What? Give me all the plugs. Plug yourself. Plug the band. Where can they find you? Where can they find the music? Tell us about what song is out right now.
Yeah, so
All the
we're
press stuff.
first of all like Instagram is Queen Anne Band. Go follow us. Latest song, Baby Girl, fresh off the press. Do songs come off the press? It's freshly out. And that's like three
Fresh
days ago,
off
like
the
really fresh.
the digital press.
Fresh off the where the music press. So
Where the music
where
press.
the music press. That's hashtag where the music press. That's the third one. And that's wherever you listen to music, like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, iTunes, all of them. And then
Yeah.
I don't know why iTunes was a question. Like, is that still a thing? And then
It definitely is.
so yeah, iTunes. And then I don't know if like Apple Music kind of subsumed. I don't know. So
It's the same thing.
all of those, and then you can come see us. Sandy, what day are we playing Yonder?
July 17th.
Yonder Cider.
I should know that. I don't.
Your website says July 17th.
July 17th is the Viper Room main stage. That's like our big show if you're in LA. That's gonna be a party. Like come to that. Like if you're
Yeah.
curious
What day
about
is
Queen
that?
Anne, like what we do live, like what day of the week?
Yeah,
I don't know what day of the week it is today. That's beyond me.
I can look this up.
July
July
17th.
7th. It's a Friday.
So Friday night, yeah, that's gonna be a party. That's awesome. That's like,
I might be there.
yeah, please come if you're in LA, if you know people in LA.
I'm not in
That's
LA.
the show to see. And then yeah, we have new music coming out all the time. So the best way to like know about that and stay tuned is like we have an email list, which you can find on the Instagram, or you could just like follow the Instagram if you don't want us like in your Gmail.
You don't want us in your email. Who has an email these days? No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
You gotta have an email.
Uh,
That's why I have 7 of them. No, I'm just kidding.
well, I have all my old like you know those websites where like you like can take quizzes about yourself. So like, but you
Yep.
have to make new email all the time. So I have all these like emails from those because I would like retake all these personality quizzes when I was younger, and so I have like I have a lot of emails for that reason. But I
I
don't.
may or may not have a couple for free trials when I was younger.
Right?
Like,
Yeah. Oh,
oh, I
that's the
got a
other one.
free trial. You know, I gotta get this for like 3 months
Right.
for free trial. I think I had one that was just I titled it my spam email, and I would just put spam stuff in there on purpose.
I had before J.K. Rowling was canceled and like Pottermore, that was like in elementary school,
I
and I
think
kept
that's
getting
still a
Hufflepuff
thing.
on Pottermore, and now I've accepted that I'm a Hufflepuff, but at the time I was like not for that. And so I have an email that's just like please be Slytherin at gmail.com of me like trying to retake it and do better.
Yeah. Pottermore is no longer a thing. It's
Yeah.
harrypotter.com.
Yeah, it's been absorbed.
Yeah. I like Pottermore better. It sounds like a cooler sounding name. But
Right.
to be fair, J.K.
Because like
Rowling,
Potter more. It's not just Potter. It's like there's
yeah,
like
it's more
more.
of it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants more Potter.
More.
Okay. Well, the next question is shout outs. Shout out the people you want to shout out.
Oh, like bands I want to plug or like my mom.
Mhm.
Either or whatever.
Like shout out my mom. Like I like could not do any of this without her, not just in like I she gave birth to me way, but in also like she's been like so supportive and like my like by far my biggest supporter from like day one, not just again of my life, but of like always like encouraging me to make music. And like when I was in high school, she was the one who was like, oh, like you should start playing live and like, you know, like find a coffee shop or something where you can do that. And like that wouldn't have been on my radar. And like to this day, she's the first person to hear everything that we do. And her opinion like means the world to me. Shout out Sandy, who's right here. So that's not even really a shout out. That's just sort of like who's here right now. But
Shout out
yeah,
to you, man.
we we really like, and I think um yeah, like Queen Anne is the two of us. And so again, it's like not a shout out because like I'm here representing both of us, but
Shout out to
yeah, like
yourselves.
yeah, exactly. So what we have is just super special. Shout out Alex Deason also who plays bass with us when we play. And
Yeah.
is also super talented and like is also like here, I think in the other room right now because we were all
There
writing
you
this out.
go. You're all there.
So yeah, whole band's here.
Shout out to the people in the building.
Yeah, shout out to everybody here right now. Shout out to Ryan Torino as well, who does our social media. Um,
Yeah, shout
yeah,
out to him for setting this up.
yeah, for real. And shout out to you for having me. Thank you.
Well,
This
thank
has
you.
been super fun.
I appreciate it. Well, I only have one last question. This is probably the most important question.
Mm.
What song of yours do you want to have as the outro track to the episode?
Ooh, that is such a good question.
So you got to balance out what you want to do. You do have 5 songs, so you have 5 choices.
I have 5 songs, so it's like 1 in 5. I want it to be like a song that I want people to hear, but it's also like a vibe thing for like an outro. It's so funny when we do like the like little, I don't know if you've seen our like cleavage segments or whatever.
Yes, I have.
When we do that, it's like I almost always use Real Enough. One I haven't mentioned yet is like Lexi Loves Me, and I think that's the most like outro of the songs because that's like a chiller vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would pitch Lexi Loves Me for the outro.
Well, then let's do that one.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure to have you.
Me.
You guys know what to do. Follow Queen Anne Band. Go see the show in July. Do all the fun things. Click all the fun buttons. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.
This has been Mullins Over Music, episode 98, with your host, producer, and editor. That's me, Austin Mullins. Special thanks to guest Queen Anne for coming on the podcast. The closing track is Lexi Loves Me by Queen Anne. You can find Queen Anne at Queen Anne Band on all social. Be on the lookout for new music coming soon, and go see them on August 20th at Bar Lubix. I think I said it right. It's free with RSVP, so go check it out. Thanks to Katie for coming on the podcast, having a good time, and creating a glass-shattering moment. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can check out the Patreon at the link in the description for behind-the-scenes early episodes and extra content I know you will enjoy. Special thanks to viewers like you. Thank you, and until next time.
Touch me, Lexi loves me. Feels good, so misunderstood. Love in the hospital. We all need our thrills, girls and sugar pills. Perfectly logical. You don't love, you obsess, and I can't even guess which addiction is next. Come out and play. Come out and refuse to the way that you used to. Come out and play. You can try on his sweater, cause it suits you better. Don't be afraid. You don't have to touch me. Lexi loves me. Let's give it just a minute. Are we really at our limit? Don't threaten me with a goodbye. No, we're not broken, are we? But I'm sick of saying sorry when a stronger person would cry. Come out and refuse to the way that you used to. Don't be afraid. You can try on her sweater, cause it suits you better. Come out and play. Dreams really do come true. If I can corrupt you, don't be afraid. You don't have to touch me. Lexi loves me.